Greetings everyone, welcome back to Blade Bias. The holiday season is fast approaching, and with it, the stress of gift giving. But fret not, I am here to guide you through buying the perfect gift for that special Balisong flipper in your life, whether it be a family member, friend, significant other, loved one, whatever the case may be. I have a few picks from my personal collection to give you some ideas for what might be best to get for that Balisong flipper, and I will try my best to explain them in a little bit more detail so that you have some idea of what you're spending your money on. To all the Balisong veterans who don't probably need this video, what I want from you guys in the comments is to let me know whether A, I missed anything, and if you have any better ideas as a gift for a Balisong flipper, and B, what are you most likely to put on your Christmas list that is Balisong related. With that out of the way, the first thing I want to get into is maintenance stuff. Balisongs are complex, and there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of which are metal on metal. And for that, we need proper lubrication. Actually, very quickly, before I start, I just want to say everything that I give in this video is just a suggestion for a category. The products that I'm showing are not the only thing that you can or should buy. There are plenty of alternatives that you can find. And it is also just super important to talk to the person that you're buying the gift for. Figure out what it is that they want or what they need so that you can avoid that awkward situation where they open something that they already own. But something that every Balisong flipper needs, and even if they already own, it's still fairly useful, is oil. This is Carbon Honey. It's one of the best and most well-known oils in our community. This allows you to lubricate your Balisongs because there's a lot of metal on metal contact happening here. Keeps them running smooth, it keeps them sounding good, and it's something that every Balisong flipper needs. Not should have, but genuinely needs. It also serves as a good little stocking stuffer because even if they already own lube, they will need some eventually. So it's always a good thing to have around. Also on that maintenance spectrum are screwdrivers. This is the Glider Bally Driver. It is a magnetic, I forgot, this is a very slippery, oh, there we go, I actually got it out, holy cow. It's a very slippery bit, and I have been trying to get it out for a little bit now, and haven't been able to because my hands have been a little sweaty. This is a magnetic screwdriver. You can switch where it is that the screwdriver bit is placed. On this side, you get more torque so that you can tighten things down a little better. And on this side, it serves as a more rounded, well-rounded general purpose screwdriver. And it's super cool. When you're looking for screwdrivers, you're going to want to look for something that does have removable bits. If you're not going that direction, you're going to want a screwdriver. Most probably you're going to want a T10 bit. Most Balisongs use the Torx variation of a screwdriver bit. It is the 6-pronged star, and a majority of Balisongs use a T10 bit. A little bit more uncommonly, you'll see T8, and very rarely you'll see T6 and T15, but the majority of Balisongs in our community are running on T10 hardware. So that's going to be what you want to get. But if you get one with swappable bits, it won't matter. They'll have the screwdriver and they'll be able to switch in something else. Next up is another maintenance item. This is the pivot needle. Now, when we take apart our Balisongs, there's a lot of pieces that have to fit back together very precisely, and that can be a very frustrating thing if you work on your Balisongs often. This allows you to line up every single piece inside the Balisong perfectly. There's a lot of different pieces and parts that need to go together, and they have holes in the middle that need to line up perfectly. So you line everything up generally, and you push this needle through the hole, and it'll line everything up perfectly so that you can get the pivot and the screws back in with no issue whatsoever. This is something that I think that every Balisong owner should have. It saves you a ton of time when you're disassembling your Balisongs to maintenance them. But it's the sort of thing that if they already own it, they really don't have a need for another one. So that's kind of where you're going to want to talk and be observant over what they do or don't have in their collection already. The Balisong community is kind of EDC adjacent. EDC stands for everyday carry. It is basically just a hobby where you have a bunch of trinkets that you carry around, tools, trinkets, whatever the case may be, the things that you carry on you every day. And while not every Balisong flipper is really into EDC, I can tell you that a lot of us are. And something that makes the EDC of our Balisongs much simpler are things to hold our Balisongs. This is the Jimpy Designs Bally Buckle. It's a little elastic band with a clip on it that I can put the Balisong into, and then clip it to my pocket right there for easy access. And it ensures that the Balisong stays exactly where I put it. It doesn't open up in my pocket or anything like that. But also incredibly useful are these kind of single-use pouches. I can throw my Balisong in here, and now I can safely throw my Balisong into my bag, and everything in my bag will not scratch up my Balisong, and my Balisong will not scratch up everything else in my bag. If you put your Balisong in a bag, this is a must-have, in my opinion, so that the aforementioned scratching doesn't happen, because you don't want to ruin your perfectly amazing and sometimes expensive Balisong, and you don't want your expensive Balisong to ruin the other things in your bag. Also, on that same kind of vein, I don't think any Balisong flipper would say no to a good microfiber towel. Something to clean off excess oil, or to use as a placemat as you're disassembling things, or just to give everything a good wipe down once in a while. Keep things clean, keep things fresh. It's a great little stocking stuffer to go with that little pouch. Speaking of EDC, there are some tools out there that, while not specifically Balisong adjacent, will appeal to people in the Balisong community. This was actually made by a former Balisong maker by the name of Fellowship Blades. This is a titanium pry bar, so you use this to pop things open, battery covers in the back of a toy or whatever the case may be. Pry it open, and then there's also a bottle opener up here. It's just a fun little multi-tool that I always keep on me because I like that EDC ability. And if you have a Balisong flipper that you're looking to buy something for, it might be worth looking into some more EDC things that they could carry alongside their Balisong as some useful tool that they might use more often than not. A place to store and display your Balisongs, I can't really think of a Balisong flipper that wouldn't appreciate that. There are plenty of these to go around, plenty of 3D printed ones, plenty of custom ones that you can find basically anywhere on the internet. And this just serves as a really great way to organize all of your Balisongs and your Balisong related things. These things can hold, not that one. Oh, there go my Balisongs. Oh well. These things can hold oil. They can hold screwdriver bits. I can take this bit and just pop it right in there. And there's plenty of other designs that you can look to if that's something that you're interested in buying. There's things that hold 2 Balisongs and a thing of oil. Or maybe there's this, which holds 1 Balisong, oil, and a bunch of other things, including this little 3D printed screwdriver handle that you can use and put bits in. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can get, and there's a lot of cool ways that Balisong people can display their collection because they're proud of their collection. It's something that they have spent a lot of money on, spent a lot of time with, and represents them as a Balisong flipper. So having a way to easily display that and store it is always going to be a good option. And kind of along that same vein, this is a Balisong specific bag. It's a little bag that you can carry crossbody over your shoulder, however you want to carry it, and you can put normal stuff in there. But you'll see that there's these specially made pockets on the side that are the exact shape, oh my goodness, that a Balisong is. I find this amazing if I'm going to meet up with a friend who also flips, and I don't have to take my whole collection, but I can take a good few of them. I can put some other things in the bag. There's still some separation there, so there's not a lot of scratching happening. And it's just an overall awesome little accessory to have as a Balisong flipper. And finally, for those of you who really want to ball out on a budget, this is the Nabali's Impulse. This is one of the cheapest good Balisongs that you can buy in our hobby. This comes up to $37. So if you know someone that doesn't have one of these, or just someone who you want to help expand their collection, you can pick one of these up pretty frequently and for pretty cheap relative to everything else in our hobby. And you might be thinking, why would I buy them a cheaper Balisong than they already have? Well, the answer is that many Balisong flippers will still flip cheap Balisongs like this. Take me, for example. The thing that I have been flipping most of this video is... Where is it? I think I left it in here. I did. Is the Seraph. Now, this is one of the more expensive Balisongs that you can buy. But I, as a flipper, still very often flip a lot of my Balisongs that sell for $75. It's not really as you get better things, you abandon the things that are cheaper. These cheaper Balisongs often flip very, very well and serve as a way to expand your collection. And I think that that is a super, super cool thing. So if you know someone who's looking for an impulse, you now know that that's a pretty cheap Balisong that you might be able to get them. Cheap, relative. I know from an outside perspective, $35 is still a lot. But when you're in a hobby that previously you couldn't buy a starter Balisong for less than $100, that sounds pretty cheap in comparison. Thank you all so much for watching. I wish you luck in your gift-giving journey this holiday season. And to any of the Balisong veterans who didn't need to hear any of this, again, leave some more ideas for things that I forgot for people who are looking to buy a gift for a Balisong flipper, and let me know what you would be most likely to put on your list this holiday season. Until the next video, have a safe and happy holiday, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.